Facebook Live commute. Promise I'm safe. And just wanted to shoot this quick video because I was thinking about those guys, those of you who are still here on the 6-week challenge page, who at one point did the challenge. And, if you stayed on board, we kept you on this page. And we kept you on this page so that you could stay motivated, so that, you wouldn't just default back into your normal settings, but hopefully you would see others doing the challenge, others doing cardio, others food prepping, etc., and you would continue to be motivated. I hope that that's the case. That being said, I want to invite all of you who have already done the challenge, and they're still on this page, hey Vanessa, to come out Saturday, July 20th at 11 a.m. What's going to happen that day? That day, you're going to have a whole new set of challengers that are going to be starting the challenge on the 22nd. And so that day, we're going to revisit, for those people, it's going to be the first time being exposed to the Empty Your Bucket plan. We're going to talk nutrition, we're going to set goals. But here's why I want to invite former challengers to do this. Hey, Lauren, because we're going to refresh those ideas, okay? And then that day, I'm going to give you guys a particular challenge, but you're also going to be required to weigh in to do everything you did throughout the challenge. And so what I want to do is I want to revisit all those ideas, and then I want to challenge you. And so if you're up for it, comment below. Once again, it's Saturday, July 20th at 11 a.m. Yes, you're going to go through all the diet principles that you probably already know, or you think you know, but we're just going to revisit those ideas. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Brad. And we're going to look at all those principles, and then we're going to give you a whole new set of challenges for 6 weeks. Okay, so I talked about this in a previous Facebook Live where I said, hey, I'm looking to put together a challenge for former challengers, and then that was a while back, and it's not that I forgot. We've just been working on ideas, and so I pretty much think we have those ideas now. So want to see you guys on July 20th at 11 a.m. Please budget for about an hour and 15 minutes, because we will talk about that, about all the principles. And then after that, I will offer that challenge to the former challengers. So if you're interested, comment below, and we'll talk about that. On a side note, I want to talk about commitment. I want to talk to all of you guys. If you're on here, you've committed to a 6-week challenge. You're currently either doing it, you're starting, you're halfway through, or you're towards the end of it. One of the things I would say to you is to revisit that commitment every single day. What do I mean by that? Revisiting your why. Revisiting why it is you do what you do. I recently heard a podcast, and in the podcast, this guy was talking about he was in some kind of business, and he said that one of the main things that he works on every single day is on becoming a better communicator. He says, if you want to influence the masses, then you have to become a great communicator. And I agree 100% with him. He used Buddha and Martin Luther King, and he even threw Jesus Christ in there, even though he's on a whole different ball game. But anyway, he said that all these guys who were great communicators had influenced the masses, and that was his goal. What he failed to understand was that every single one of these people that he referenced, such as Gandhi and Muhammad and Jesus and Buddha and Martin Luther King and Kennedy and all these people that he was mentioning, had a very strong why, which is the main reason why they were amazing communicators. You just can't communicate to communicate. In other words, you just can't do things to do things. You actually have to have a strong why. And if you remember one of my Facebook Lives that I did a while back about the 7 levels deep, where we asked 7 questions that lead you to the emotional why of why you're doing what you're doing, you remember that we piggybacked after every single question of why. So why do you want to lose weight? Well, because I want to look good. Why do you want to look good? Because I want to feel better. Why do you want to feel better? Well, growing up, I saw my mother suffer because she was overweight. Okay, what about that suffering messes with you now? Well, I don't want to live like that. Well, why don't you want to live like that? And you might say, well, because I don't want my kids to go through the same thing I went through. And so you can see as every single question gets a little deeper, and you can start creating a stronger why for why you're doing what you're doing. And so revisiting your commitment every single day, realizing why it is that you're doing this. It is way beyond just looking a certain way. It has more to do with the people that you love. You want to have a quality life. You want to make sure that you show up in this world as the best version of yourself. I'm not talking from an aesthetic standpoint, even though that's valid too. I'm talking more along the lines of showing up energetic, showing up healthy. At the end of the day, this is the vehicle that we've been given to travel through this journey called life. And so would you agree with me that being in a Lamborghini is a way different experience than driving a Kia like I'm driving right now? I would dare to say yes. And so the same thing for your body. The better condition you're in, the stronger you are, the more energy you have, the more vibrant your life, the more colorful life. And so that's really my encouragement, is to revisit those ideas, to really, really touch the core of why you're doing what you're doing. And I promise you that if you're able to do that and you take the time to do the homework, you will connect to that why. And this will be something that will not be just a 6-week thing, but something that you can continue to do for the rest of your life. And so I hope that you heed advice. I hope that you listen to me and you follow through. And you're already part of 99.9% of people that are actually willing to do something about their situation. You're here. You went through with the challenge, and I commend you for that. I admire you for that, and that's why I know that you're a special breed of person. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And so, all the best. Recommit every day to the reason why you started this in the first place. And former challengers, I hope to see you on July